Hi everybody, I'm Adrian Dean, and I'm going to be working as a sub-counselor here at TRC this summer, and I am so happy you guys are here and attending online camp meeting. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day, and if you guys haven't, I'm hoping this blesses you and just makes your day so much brighter. Enjoy!
What do we like?
I saw something in the cafeteria this morning.
Huh?
It was about this big. And
What color was it?
well, it was yellow and it kind of was like Hello?
Hello?
You.
So you're saying it was shaped like a phone?
It was shaped like a phone.
Kind of
What's
like
shaped
this?
like the phone is yellow in the calf?
Do you know what's yellow and shaped like a phone in the cap? Isaac?
That's
And what do we like?
bananas!
Ready?
I like bananas. I think they're making it sweet. I like papayas. Papayas. Nothing can beat that sweet love of God. Well, I was time out an hour trying to find my way back to my heavenly Father. The world tastes sweet, and then it tastes sour. And then I accidentally received His power. I think our mangoes are sweet, and I like papayas, but nothing can beat the sweet love of shoo-dee-doo-wop, shoo-dee-doo-wop, the sweet love of shoo-dee-doo-wop,
Well,
as I was walking in circles of 5 miles an hour, trying to find my way back to my heavenly Father, the world tastes sweet, and then it turns sour. But then I let Him in and receive His power. A 1, a 2, a 3. Well, I like bananas. Ooh, I think that mangoes are sweet. I like papayas, but nothing can beat the sweet love of God. Sweet love of the sweet love of
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TRC's version of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Where everything's made up, but the points do matter. Today we have a wonderful cast of TRC camp staff. Woo! All right, so these wonderful people are going to be helping you guys learn some concepts through the fun, through the way of storytelling we call improv, which means they don't know what's going to happen. They don't even know what stories they are going to tell. They are going to find out. The theme for today is faith. There's a verse in Hebrews 11, verse 1 that says, "Faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see." All right, let that sink in for a moment. All right, our first game we are going to be playing is Freeze Frame, and I need 2 volunteers. Anyone at all. All right, Elias and Isaac. All right, cool beans. All right, so if you are unfamiliar with the game called Freeze Frame, what is going to happen is Isaac and Elias are going to just start a random scene that we are going to pick, and they are going to just act it out, trying to convey the idea of faith. And whenever any of these lovely people in the back feel like it, they are going to shout freeze and take the place of one of our lovely actors up front. All right, so who are these 2 people up front?
He's a grocery store manager.
Grocery store manager, and you're a customer. All right, and where are they?
In a grocery store.
In a grocery store. Cool beans. And what are they doing?
Checking out. Actually, I think he should have a problem and he should be complaining to the manager about something.
Alrighty, okay, we will start. Again, the theme is faith. 3, 2, 1, action.
Good morning, sir.
I've got a real problem. I've got
wrong?
a big problem. So, well, I've got this lettuce, okay?
Okay.
Look at it, see? Okay. And you can see, I took a bite out of it.
Uh-huh.
Don't forget about that. Forget about that, okay? No, the lettuce is too lettucey. I
Okay.
just feel like if I put it in my sandwich, it's just gonna be overwhelming. It'll be too much lettuce. It'll be too lettucey.
Sir, I got you. We got some bad lettuce. You get too lettucey. I'll get you some from the back.
Is he really gonna get some from the back? I don't.
You gotta believe in me.
Whoa!
You gotta believe in me. I got you the best lettuce right here, buddy. Now go make yourself a sandwich.
Freeze. Look at my shoes.
Whoa! You don't have any.
What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, I looked at your feet and there's no shoes. So I just felt like, I don't know.
Well, I do have shoes. They're just invisible shoes.
What do you mean?
Well, when I step on things that are pointy, I don't feel them because I'm wearing shoes.
Hold on a second. I happen to bring my portable spike trap. It's fully covered in sharp nails. Now only a person with shoes will be able to stand on that and not get hurt. So prove it to me.
I
Prove
can
it to
see
me.
that you're
There's
a very
no way.
astute fellow, and I hope you can see by the confidence on my face that I am indeed wearing shoes, and I will approach this spike trap with confidence.
Do it. I dare you.
Here I go. I kind of like spikes.
There's no way.
My shoes are on my feet. You just can't see them right now.
That is crazy. Let me try.
Freeze. I don't know about this. I don't know. I don't think I can make it.
What do you mean?
It's just the water's too fast. And I can't swim. And it's just I can't. How did you make it?
Well, what I did, there's a rock right here, and we're about the same height. I think that if you step right there, you can make it. You know what?
I can't swim.
You know what? I have an idea. I'm gonna 1 second. Okay, so you come to me, and I'll catch you. I promise. I'm right here. Yeah.
But I don't know for sure. I can't. What if that rock is gonna slip? Like, what if I'm gonna fall, Renee?
You have to get to the other side, and I love you, so I promise I'm gonna catch you. Come on.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Woo! Yeah, you did it. One more.
Right.
And scene. All right, that was our first round. Thank you guys so much. Dean, we will be seeing you very soon. Don't you worry. All right, our next game is going to be called Multiple Personalities. All right, so let's see. I've got some props here. Let's see. So Renee, you are a princess. So come forward, and this is your whatever you want it to be. Alrighty, okay. And we also have Elias. You are going to be a chef. This happens to be yours. Do with it what you will. Make sure you scoot on up front. And we also have Dean. You are a pirate, so come on forward. Remember, your theme is faith, and currently, remember your roles. All of you together, are stuck in the middle of a desert. All right? Okay. Can we do this? I know you can. 3, 2, 1, action.
Whoa. All right, guys. I am the most amazing chef this side of the world, and I'm going to make us an amazing meal. There's only one problem. We just need to find some ingredients, okay? I'll be looking for some.
What are we supposed to do in the middle of a desert?
You're a pirate. You should know.
I don't do deserts, I do the ocean. Look behind us. I don't know where to find ingredients. What about you, princess?
I don't see anything.
Are you
Well, how
blind?
about you get up and help look?
Okay, let's go look.
Let's go this way.
Okay, you go first.
Hey, I found some, I don't know, what is this?
Hey, I think I see some
Hey.
mushrooms over here.
Oh, let me get those.
I found wood.
You found wood? Oh, we can make a fire. Perfect. Just put that in the ingredients bucket. I'll get started right away.
You see that?
Dinner is served. Portobello on sand. Enjoy, Mr. Pirate.
Oh, excuse me. I have something to tell you.
Don't mind me.
I didn't want to tell you guys this because I was afraid you would do something really mean. But I have a dog, and he's my best friend. And I was afraid you were gonna eat him. But he's kind of hungry too. He was actually the one who found the mushrooms.
Oh, well, how did he find the mushrooms?
With his nose.
His nose.
Trust me, he wants none of what he's cooked.
Would you like to try some? Do you like that, Jimmy? Oh, you're a good boy, Jimmy. You're a good boy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
I should have believed you guys. You're a couple nice fellows, even if you're a little weird.
Thanks.
I miss me crew.
Are you crying, my friend?
I miss my captain. I miss my mates.
Aw.
I
can
miss
be your
my
friend.
oranges, and I'm not ever going to miss eating that.
Maybe he'll make you feel better. Oh, here, I can hold this for you. There we go.
I just miss home.
Aw. It's kind of sunny out here, you know.
But I have faith. I have faith we're gonna make it out of this desert. And I'm gonna see my crew again. I'm gonna see Jack. I'm gonna see Pumpernickel. That's the crew's parrot. He's
And
a
I
sweet little
believe-
thing.
I have faith I will see my fine restaurant one more time.
And I believe I'm going to see my castle again because I believe in you guys.
We're gonna make it.
And scene! Oh, round of applause for our wonderful actors. Oh, you guys, that was amazing. Oh, wow, so many
I'm
feels.
keeping the umbrella sword.
Okay, that's totally fine. All right, we have one more lovely game for you, and this game is called Whose Line Is It Anyway? Who'd have thunk in a show called Whose Line Is It Anyway? I don't know. All right, Heather and Isaac, please make your way to center stage. All right, you two. So you guys happen to be, well, Heather, you are a professional mountain climber.
Yes,
all right,
of course.
and Isaac, you know absolutely nothing about mountain climbing. In fact,
Okay.
Heather is like your inspiration. She's like your hero. All right.
Okay.
And here's the deal. So you guys are going to be acting this thing out, but not alone, right? I have some. If I can unzip my zipper. Little help, por favor. So very sorry. Thank you so much. It's all right. Things happen. Improv. Let's go.
Do a little jig. Little.
This is part of the
This is part of the improv.
project.
Don't worry, guys. It's all good.
Part of improv is breaking your zipper.
Oh,
It's okay.
I see it. It's on the side. A memento.
Hey!
Thank you so much, you guys. So sorry. All right, so you guys will not be acting this thing out completely alone. You will each have a handful of some handy dandy lines to help you out. So I'm gonna give you each, let's see. Here's a couple. And you can put them in your pockets. You're not gonna know what they are yet. Let's see, 1, 2. All right, cool. There's 5 for you. All right, and let's see, Heather. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and I think I'll give you each one more for good measure, because why not?
Good measure, yes.
All right, okay, so here's the deal.
Let's go.
You two are going to be acting this out. Remember, the theme is faith. And whenever you feel like you want to, you're just going to like open this thing up randomly and read it, and that's your line.
Can you
And
start off with one?
Okay.
Um,
So
Yes.
Quick question.
Yes.
Like, are these the only lines we can say?
No,
or
no, 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 no.
Okay.
You're gonna start off with like opening lines, kind of like in freeze frame, and then whenever you feel like it, pull out a line. All right, and you might not use all of them. That's cool. That's all right. All right.
All right,
3, 2, 1, action.
Wow!
Hey, how's it going? Hi.
Climber McClimber
It's me, Climber McClimber, yeah.
Wow!
You want a picture? Yeah, let's
Yeah,
get
let's
it
go.
started. Yeah,
Thank
awesome.
you so much!
And if you want anything autographed, I'm here. Yeah, all
Do you
yours.
can
Yeah.
help me to like climb a, what do you call them? I don't even
Totally, yeah. I would
like,
love to help you climb. Like,
climb a what?
I just have some tips here that I would like to share with you. Yeah. So my first one, make sure to take this very seriously, okay? When I was 5, I ate mud pies every day for breakfast.
Oh
That's
my gosh!
the secret.
Oh my gosh! That's...
And sometimes, some days, when I felt really like I wanted some fiber, I would add some grass in there too. Just pretty much anything you can find. You have to be one with nature if you want to climb nature. If you want to climb those mountains, you gotta eat them. You gotta eat them. Yeah, okay.
Anything for
You can hold on to that too.
pants.
Hey, don't worry about it. Just hold on to it. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you want to climb like Climber McClimberson, you just gotta eat those mountains, son. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Yeah. So yeah, what's your climbing experience?
Well, I'm really nervous, so I've got some little
Oh, not a
note
problem.
cards to help me out.
Oh yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
It is if you believe in it. It is if you believe in it. I've been trying my entire life to believe to believe that mountains exist and that I can climb them. And you're right here. You've climbed.
I'm here. I've climbed them. Yes. I have climbed them.
And
Yeah.
one more.
I'm so excited to hear this one.
What's your favorite color of the alphabet?
Oh, this is such a good question. I think about this every time before I climb. It really helps my
No
performance.
way!
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh,
Okay,
it's such a good
totally,
question.
totally.
That's crazy.
So I have very many favorite colors of the alphabet. It's
Okay.
hard to choose, but I think my favorite would probably be elephant. Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking
Yeah.
it'd either be like something like
E
Michigan
for elephant or gray, just
or
like a combination of both. Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, you know what? I think actually there was one more thing I wanted to share with you because I don't know, you do seem a little bit nervous, and I just want to help out the future rock climber as much as I can. Yeah, you know, yeah,
Thank you so
just
much.
yeah, for sure. Anything,
Mud
okay.
pies, elephants.
But one thing that we got to get past is you look like the kind of person that doesn't like bananas. And that's just not acceptable here. So
How could you say that?
I'm just going with what I feel. You know, I've been in this business for years and years and years, and I think that I can tell pretty well just by looking at someone. Look at me. Look at me. Yeah. No, you don't like bananas. Sorry. So yeah, you just got to get over that. You know, get that potassium.
The only thing that I love more than you, Climber pants, is bananas. I love bananas. You just gotta believe me, please.
Okay, there's one way that I know that you do like bananas. I just need you to say something for me. Because a true person who likes bananas probably goes shopping a lot, right? Because they like their bananas, am I right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I just need you to say this for me, please. Like you're shopping for bananas. With conviction. Like you just bought a shopping cart full of bananas.
Hello. Could you please help me carry my groceries?
I'm not convinced. Again.
No. Hello. Could you please help me carry my groceries?
It sounds a little forced, a little put on.
Okay.
Natural.
Hello. Could you please help me carry my groceries?
Yes!
All right.
You can do it! Yeah!
Okay.
You know what? I guess I was wrong. You do like bananas.
You believe me.
I believe in you. You know what? I should have believed you from the start. You know, you told me that you like bananas, and for some reason, I said no, you don't.
Climber pants. I just have one thing to say.
Yes.
Has anyone ever thought about whether rocks want to be skipped or not?
As a matter of fact, no, I have not.
Let me read that more. I mean, has anyone ever thought about rocks and their rights and whether they want to be skipped or not? Their emotions, their innermost thoughts. I mean, they're probably sensitive just like us.
You know what? Sometimes when I'm faced with questions like that like rock my world.
And scene! Thank you so much, you guys, for helping us out with this episode of TRC's version of Whose Line Is It Anyway? I hope the audience out there enjoyed that and learned in a quirky but fun way what it means to have faith, different forms that can take place. Remember, faith is something that we don't always see before us, but as you have seen with our actors, by trusting and believing with all of our hearts and trusting in God, we know that things are going to be okay. That concludes this episode. We hope you have a fantastic rest of this program. Woo!
Have faith.
Hi, boys and girls. We're back here at Timberidge at the Nature Center, and we have another animal to show you. Actually, several. We're going to be looking at some amphibians. This is Tony the toad. He's a smooth-sided toad from South America. And you notice Tony's about probably the biggest toad you've ever seen. We're going to give him some king worms here. Tony eats about anything that'll fit in his mouth. If you watch, though, when he grabs that, his tongue flips out and his eyes pop down in his head. And the reason his eyes pop in his head is that they're helping him to swallow. Most toads do that. We'll offer Tony another one. He's got a big appetite. He sees it. He's watching it. We'll give him another one. Maybe this one will be more to his liking. Whoop. You see that tongue pop out there? Can you imagine what it must sound like when Tony and all his buddies are out in the ponds chirping and hollering? They've got a pretty loud sound to them. Lots of little baby toadlets. Watch his eyes as he eats those. Whoop. Out comes the tongue. Down goes the mealworm. Whoop. He's got it again. Do you see the eyes sink into the head? That's to help him swallow. Now you'll notice on Tony, I can't poke too close or he'll hop away, but see these large glands right on the back? He can secrete a white poisonous fluid out of those glands. So if a dog or something were to bother him, it would seem that white fluid would start coming out. And it's poisonous, and it's enough usually to get dogs and things to leave them alone, or they'll have a real problem. Now Tony likes to be in the rainforest area where it's moist and damp. And they'll lay their eggs in little pools of water. They'll hatch out into tadpoles. And as amphibians do, the tadpoles will finally go into metamorphosis. They'll lose their tails and they will gain little legs on their bodies. And the tails will get shorter. And finally they hop out of the water as little toadlets. Right now at the Timberidge here, where our pond is filled with little tadpoles. We've got a little bit of video that we're going to show you of that, of tadpoles in our horse pasture and tadpoles down at the lake, swimming all around, and now the beach is covered. You can't hardly walk without stepping on tiny little toads about the size of little flies down there at the beach. I'm going to put Tony back. He's our largest toad right now at Timberidge, but we have one that is going to get even larger than Tony, and it is an African bullfrog. And so I'm going to go grab the African bullfrog. They're also known as Pixy Frogs. So let me put Tony back. And we're going to see if we can catch Tony. Hang on to him and put him back in his... Do I follow him with it? That one probably he's getting out of there. Okay. This is is a pixie frog. Come over here and we're going to put him down on the floor again. So you can see him. Now, this is known as a pixie frog or an African bullfrog. It's just a young baby. He's about doubled in size since we've had him here in about a month's time. I'm going to put some mealworms out there for you to watch him eat. We'll see if he goes after them. They're notorious for eating about anything that'll fit in their mouth. Now, as big as Tony was, this little pixie frog or African bullfrog is going to eclipse Tony. He'll get to be about this size. He'll be able to eat mice and rodents and birds and almost anything that fits in his mouth. He'll grow quite large. And an interesting thing about the African bullfrogs is that the daddies will take care of the babies. So when the mom lays the eggs, she'll head off to do her own thing. The eggs will hatch into tadpoles, and the dad will guard the tadpoles, protecting them from other things around if he can fend it off. And he'll also watch the water levels in the little pools of water that they're in. And the African bullfrog will dig little trenches, little canals, from one puddle to another, or from one body of water to another, and he'll help to push his little tadpoles, little babies, down into the next puddle of water, guarding and protecting them. Now in Africa, they go through dry spells as well. So the pixie frog, or the bullfrog, has a way of dealing with that. He'll secrete, he'll dig down into the mud while the season is still wet and the soil is damp, and then he'll put a slime. He'll begin to secrete a slime through his skin that'll cover his whole body. Do you see him grab that mealworm? He's got all of those. I'll grab some more here in a second for him. That level of slime will go all over his back, and it will begin to harden, and it will dry, and it protects it, doesn't allow water transference through that layer of slime. So he can then go months and months during the dry season with no rain, with just that layer of slime that hardens into an outer shell. When the rainy season comes back, the water moistens the ground softens up, and the water hits the bullfrog. He'll come back alive there and perk up, and he will break through that layer of slime. He'll even eat that slime, and he'll go about doing his thing again. Now there's a big a kingworm over here, so it's larger than a mealworm, but we'll offer one of these for our little pixie frog too. It's a little big. Oh, he thinks nope. Man, he made quick work of that. There's a mealworm. See if he goes after it. He is like, I will take everything you give me. Kind of blends into the carpet there. I don't know if he sees it. Did you get it? Now these guys go through, just like the toad that we show you, the frog goes through the metamorphosis as well. So he will transition from an egg to a tadpole to a little toadlet where he begins to lose his tail, finally to his adult phase that runs around out on the land. And we'll put him back, and I want to show you a couple other amphibians that transition. Now one of the things you'll notice different about an amphibian versus a reptile is if you were to touch your toad or your frog, what do you notice? There's no scales on these guys. Reptiles have scales. Amphibians do not. Their skin, they dry out much easier. So usually you'll find the amphibians near water or in moist areas. They can't tolerate some of the dry conditions as well that the reptiles do. Also, typically amphibians don't have claws usually. Now there are some exceptions to that. There's African clawed frog that you can get in pet shops and stuff now, but most of the time the amphibians do not have claws. Reptiles do. Those that have legs. So let me put up our South African bullfrog here. We'll put him right there. And you can get a close-up look at him here. Look at his skin. He's about doubled, I'd say, in size since we got him a month ago. So in a year, it'll be neat to see how large he gets in 1 year's time. I imagine it's going to take him a couple years to get full size. We'll put him back. Hey boys and girls, here's a couple toads that you might see at your house. These are some of the more common ones that we have around here. You can see there's a big difference between our big South African toad and these little guys. Oh, see if they even go. They're so fat they might not even go after our... Whoop, you got it. And did you watch his eyes? They sunk into the back of his head again. They're using the bottoms of their eyeballs to push the insects down their throat. So it helps them to swallow the worms. Back over that way. No, there. You go after that toad. This guy's going the wrong way. Go that way. You see that toad? That worm? Whoop, you got it. Quick as can be. You set it off. Go that way. Go over there. See that worm? You get those? Yeah, no, we're out by him. These guys are about as big as they get. They might grow a little more in their life, but not a lot. Now Tony the toad that we got out a few minutes ago, the large one, he can live 20 to 25 years. And the African bullfrogs as well. They have quite a long lifespan. I don't think these little toads live quite as long as those guys do. I'm not sure on the age of them. Let's see if they grab the worms there. Oop, out comes the tongue. All right, we've got a couple more things we want to show you real quick. Also in the amphibian world, I'm going to put these guys back and we'll get the others out. Boys and girls, I want to show you another variety of amphibian. Now, this one's a little different. This is an axolotl. Now he will spend his entire adult life in the aquatic phase unless something goes wrong, and then if the water quality gets too poor, they might transition into the salamander phase. But when they do that, they have a much shorter life. They will reproduce even in their aquatic phase. Now this one's a little different. He's been bred with some kind of a fluorescing protein, I believe from a jellyfish DNA that's been bred into them or injected into their ancestors. And you'll notice what it does, it lights him up neon green. Check that out. Isn't that interesting? An axolotl that glows neon green. My kids think that is so cool how he does that. The axolotls are interesting in that they will, put that back there. An axolotl will spend its adult life in the aquatic phase. It still lays an egg. The egg still goes into the larva phase, and it will remain in this aquatic phase unless the water purity goes down too much, and then it might transition. But axolotls are heavily studied anymore in universities for their ability to regenerate arms, legs, toes, tails, gouge out an eye, chop off a tail, lose an appendage of any sort, and they're able to grow them back. So they're studying them to see if there's anything that they can learn from it that would help people when we lose an arm or have a traumatic injury, to see if there's a way that we can grow back our limbs as well. Now axolotls, even they have gouged out part of the brain, it can grow back. They've even done a brain transplant on axolotls, which I thought was pretty fascinating. If you get in close, you'll see that on his white body there, he's got 4 legs, 4 feet. They're little feet that allow him to swim around in the bottom. But notice the pink things on the side of his head. Those are his gills. That allows him to breathe, to absorb oxygen out of the water, to breathe under the water. He's going to come over here. He thinks I'm going to offer him something to eat. Let me grab a little pellet here and we'll see if you can see him eat. He usually sucks it right down. Whoop, he missed it. See if he smells it down there. Kept trying to get it, but he hadn't figured out where it's at. We'll drop one more for him. Oh, he got that one. Quick as can be. Now you might think this is his smaller brother, but check out what we found here. They look like little axolotls, but they aren't axolotls at all. These are little larva stage of salamanders. And we found one that was a little closer to transitioning into adult, and we think that they are eastern spotted salamanders. And so they go through a cycle of an egg, then they turn into this larva stage. The larva stage transitions into what's called an eft, or a red eft, and that it will lose the gills on the side of the face. It will climb out onto land, and it'll spend about 2 years in that red eft phase. Then when the red elf will transition after 2 years, it'll find a different body of water that where it wants to transition. It will transition back once more, metamorphosis. That second life, it becomes a third life for them. They'll transition back into an aquatic phase as well. And then they can live another 10 or 12 years in that aquatic phase as an aquatic adult. So we've got these little guys. We're going to turn them loose in our little pond out back by our bird room, because it's filled right now with all kinds of mosquito larvae and stuff. So a little different than the little tadpoles. Most of the time when the frogs lay their eggs and they transition to tadpoles, those guys are usually vegetarian. They will often just eat the other vegetation, algae and plant matter. But these little salamanders, they're carnivores. They will eat each other. They will eat the tadpoles. They'll eat bugs and worms and just about anything that they can fit in their mouth. So these guys are more carnivorous little guys. One of the reasons that I like these salamanders and amphibians is they live a double life. They have that transition from their aquatic phase to the adult phase where they come out on land. You know, we have something in common with them in that we live a double life too. We live the life that we live as sinful human beings before Jesus comes into our life. And then we go through a metamorphosis, a transformation. By beholding Jesus, we become changed like him. We see how he treats others. We see how he treats us. And it has an impact upon our hearts. And we become like Jesus. By observing him, we become changed. And we go through that transition. And we have a transition, even a ceremony that symbolizes that. And it's called baptism. When we make our decision to follow Christ, it represents our death, our burial to the old life, and our resurrection into the new life when we come up out of the water. So we even have a whole symbol that symbolizes what Christ does for our lives, represents what he has gone through, what he offers us. And it's kind of similar to what these salamanders and amphibians go through, that double life that they have. So I thought that was something that you might want to think about this week, the double life. And I hope that you're giving your heart to Christ too, and that you're going through that transition of becoming the new person, the new young man or young woman that he wants you to be. Well, till we meet again, I think we have a few other animals we're going to show you around the Nature Center this week as well. But I look forward to seeing you and sharing those things with you as well. See you later.
Hi everyone. This concludes our program for today's, virtual camp meeting. And like I said earlier, I really hope it blessed you guys. And I'm just so excited for camp this summer, and I can't wait to see you guys here. See you here.